Hello friends, hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to your channel Vedic Impressions. Friends, today we are going to talk about Manglik Dosh. I want to bring some information in front of all of you which may help you to understand that being a Manglik is not that bad. The placement of Mars in particular houses, which is called person Manglik, needs to be seen from a positive lens. Let me take you through a couple of PowerPoint slides. Hope it will help you to understand the placement and what could be the exceptions which actually reduces or cancels the impact of Mars in terms of its Manglik behavior. So let's begin. So let's first understand what kind of energy Mars planet gives to the native. It is a malefic planet. Malefic means the impact of Mars on the native cannot be considered good. It is very harsh. It gives a kind of energy which doesn't involve wisdom. It also means that in whichever house it is related to the traits of that house, the person is quite aggressive. It also means that the person is quick decision maker. Now here, Mars being malefic, quick decision results into most of the time wrong decisions, unless there's an aspect of Mercury or Jupiter onto Mars. You will see that the person takes quick decisions in the field where the Mars is placed in the horoscope, and it results in something negative happening afterwards. So somebody taking decision without thinking, quick decision, and it impacts the native later. Positive side of Mars is a soldier. It is a protective energy also. It's protecting the house where the Mars is present. So we should not always seeing Mars being aggressive or quick decision maker. Malefic planet will always spoil that house. It will also protect that house. So in the cases of relationship or marriage, the person having Mars in a particular houses, which shows Manglik behavior, also tries to protect the house, also tries to protect the marriage or relationship. We'll now see in which of the houses, if Mars is present, then the native is called a Manglik. So as you can see in this example chart, if Mars is present in first house, fourth house, seventh house, eighth house, or 12th house, then it is said that person is Manglik. Now, there are many exceptions to it. Before we go there, why placement of Mars in these houses is called Manglik, right? So you can say that if Mars is present in the first house is you yourself, your brain. So Martian energy on the first house or on your personality or on your brain gives you aggressive nature, gives you quick decision making. Okay, this quick decision making could be good or bad, but it is quick decision making. If Mars is present in the fourth house is of your happiness, your home environment. So Mars present in fourth house, such energy impacts the happiness. Such, you can say that such a person will be very quarrelsome, okay, will fight with others. The reason could be positive, right? The person could be fighting for good reasons to protect this house, to protect the happiness of the family. But because it is Martian energy, it it impacts overall family environment. If Mars is in the seventh house is of marriage and partnership. So Mars again present here tries to dominate the other partner. So that is why it is called, person having planet in these, Mars planet in these houses is called being Manglik. Eighth house is the outcome of the seventh house, or eighth house is also the house of in-laws. Eighth house is of the finances of the spouse. So Mars being present here impacts the in-laws relationship. Mars being present here is like monitoring or controlling the finances of the spouse, which result in conflicts. Similarly, you can guess other traits of eighth house, and the Martian energy being here can impact the relationship. 12th house. 12th house is very important. Why? Because 12th house is, first of all, 6th from 7th. If you count from here, if this being first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is 6th from the house of relationship. And we know that 6th is the house of conflict. 6th is the house of enemies. So Mars being present here bring out that kind of trait between the partners. So there is the fight expected, or there is not giving up attitude, which results in quarrel or the fight between the partners. 12th house is also of bed pleasures. So Mars being present here also shows negative energy in terms of satisfaction towards the worldly or bad pleasures. So because of these reasons, presence of Mars in either of these houses, first, fourth, seventh, eighth, or 12th, shows that the person is Manglik. Okay. Now, let's go to the exceptions. Even if the Mars is present in these houses, if there are exceptions applied, if any of those exceptions are working on the chart despite Mars being present in these houses, it will reduce or cancels the impact of Manglik behavior, or the person will not be Manglik, or the overall impact of being Manglik will be reduced. So what is the first exception? The first exception is if there are two or more benefic planets aspecting Mars. That means that the impact of Manglik or the person having such combination will have very less impact of being a Manglik. For example, Mars is present in 4th house. Okay. However, in 4th house, you also have Jupiter, or you have Mercury sitting over here in 10th house. Then what will happen? Jupiter is in conjunction. Jupiter is a benefic planet. Mercury is sitting over here giving 7th aspect to Mars. So two benefic planets impacting Mars, giving Mars knowledge, giving Mars wisdom. So the behavior or the traits of Manglik behavior will be reduced, because person will take decisions, but with a lot of sense, knowledge, and wisdom. So it will cancel the Manglik behavior. So this is the first exception. Now you will start realizing that just presence of Mars in these 5 houses does not always make a person Manglik. Okay. We go to exception number 2. During marriage, we do matchmaking through Guna Milan. In the case of a person being Manglik, if there are 28 or more gunas are matching, then it is fine to go ahead with the marriage, because the compatibility is so high that it will not impact the relationship. Third exception, if Mars is combust or weak. So combust means Mars is very close to the sun. So Mars becomes combust, it becomes very weak, it cannot show its Martian traits. So it reduces or cancels the Manglik behavior or Manglik dosh. Similarly, if Mars is weak, that is, it is debilitated or it is in enemy's house. If it is in enemy's house, it will be very weak. And again, if it is debilitated, it is weak. Then it means that Martian trace or Manglik behavior is less or it is cancelled. The fourth exception is if Jupiter is in Kendra or Trikon houses, it cancels Manglik Yoga or Dosh. So what does it mean? If Jupiter is present either in Kendra are these four houses, okay? And Trikon is this 5 and 9. So if Jupiter is present in either of these four and these two houses, that is 5th and 6th, total 6 houses are Kendra and Trikon, it cancels Manglik, Dosh or Yog. Because Jupiter is wisdom, Jupiter is the energy of Guru. Jupiter shows the person is sensible. Okay, the person will take decision based on the information, and Jupiter being a slow planet reduces effect of Mars being present in these prominent houses. So Jupiter being present here will cancel or reduce the impact of Manglik dosh. If Mars is in 4th or 7th house, this exception is only applicable when Mars is either in the house number 4 or house number 7. Being present here in either of these houses, and if the sign or the zodiac over here is either Aries. Why Aries? Because Aries is the sign which is Mool Trikon sign of Mars. So Mars is very powerful over here in a positive sense. It cannot take wrong decisions if Mars is in Aries. Also, if Mars is in Cancer, Mars gets debilitated. So again, it is getting weak, so it will not impact much. Or in Capricorn, Mars gets exalted. So in all these three situations, if Mars is either in Aries, Cancer, or in Capricorn, it will cancel the Manglik dosh or Yog. Exception number 6 is if Mars is in conjunction or aspected by Mercury. So if Mars is present in any of these houses, 1, 4, 7, 8, or 12, and is aspected or conjuncted by Mercury, it will cancel the Manglik effect. Why? Because Mercury gives the person sense of taking decisions and also checks the behavior or impacts the behavior of the person. So Mercury aspect on Mars will be considered good and it will cancel the effect of being Manglik. Dispositor of Mars is in Kendra or Trikon. So what does that mean? Suppose Mars is present in the 7th house, then dispositor of Mars is the Rashi Lord of 7th house. So for example, if we consider this as Aries Lagna Kundli, then Libra will fall here, that is Rashi number 7. And the Lord of Libra is Venus. Now, if Venus is present in Kendra or Trikon, then it will cancel the Manglik effect. And the last but not least, exception number 8. So if Saturn is present in partner's horoscope in the same house where Mars is present in native's horoscope, which means that, for example, if suppose Mars is present in the 12th house in a horoscope, and the person goes for a marriage with the person who has got Saturn in the 12th house, then the Manglik effect will be considered cancelled and marriage can happen. So that's it, friends, for now. Hope you like this video. If yes, please do not forget to subscribe to channel Vedic Impressions. And if you want to learn astrology, if you have any queries related to astrology, please feel free to contact me at my email, vedicimpressions@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any of your queries. I do have a website called www.vedicimpressions.com. If you're interested in learning Vedic astrology, there are basics of astrology present in that website. Please feel free to go through it. And again, if you have any queries, do drop me an email or contact me via Facebook ID, Astronigam. In case you are interested that you want me to make a video on a particular topic, please do send me either email or comment on any of my videos. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you again in next video where we'll talk about another important topic. Thank you. Take care.